Michael J. Brunson. He has served the city for 25 years, and we have the full confidence of his leadership to take us in a different direction, but also bring us some peace and much-needed stability to the city. So with that, I'm going to read the oath of office, and then Acting Chief will address you as a crowd. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Michael J. Brunson,
I, Michael J. Brunson,
having been appointed to the office of Acting Chief of Police,
having been appointed to the office of Acting Chief of Police,
but having not entered into the duties thereof, swear
swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will fully and faithfully discharge the duties
of
said office to the best of my ability.
said office to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead.
First of all, thank you all for being here. This was definitely a surprise to me, but as I find myself here, I know that as a city, as an agency, we have to move forward for the citizens of Milwaukee. First of all, I want to thank my family, my wife, Angelica, my son Miles, my son Michael Jr., who couldn't be here today. I want to thank the people, the men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department that have shaped me, groomed me throughout my career. I want to thank Chief Alfonso Morales for giving me the opportunity, promoting me to Assistant Chief, to patrol where I've been for the last 2.5 years. Thank him for his service, 27 years to the city. Obviously, we have a lot of challenges ahead, a lot of challenges. We have a violent crime issue in this city. And so my priority is to address the violent crime in this city and to build relationships, collaborations with all entities, the community, community-based organizations, whoever is willing to assist us and work with us symbiotically to address the issues that we know this city faces and will continue to face in the future. So right now, things start. There's a lot to do, so we all have to work together. The Milwaukee Police Department, we're here, and we're gonna be here. The community, you're here. So we have to work together. We have to build relationships. And this is a challenging time, as we all know right now. Across the country and in our own city, as it relates to the relationship between the community and police. And so we're gonna work feverishly to engage, to build those relationships. We have to do that. We are together in this. We have to thrive as a city. And the only way we can do that is by working together, jointly. Thank all of you for being here. I see the mayor here. We're all going to have to work together to make this city better. And that is my commitment moving forward to do that. Thank you, and God bless you all.
I want to be the first to thank you, Chief, welcome you aboard, and the relationship that we should forge together. City Attorney, I hope that we are able to work in harmony.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, I can take a few questions.
Would you mind talking a little bit more about your vision for the future of the department, perhaps when it comes to challenges that you guys are facing, you guys are different, similarly, your vision?
my vision has always been that there's got to be a relationship, there's got to be dialogue between the police department and the community. And it's got to be continuous. And there's going to be hiccups in the road. There's going to be issues at times that occur, be it locally or nationally. But as an agency, we have to work together. The men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department care about this community. I deeply care about this community. We've all dedicated our lives to improving the environment in this community. And we know members have lost their lives, most recently, in defending this community. So it's going to take all of us to work through the challenges that we face in order to make this city better. That's what we all want, is for this community to be safer so that people can raise their families, so they can enjoy the beautiful things that this city has to offer. And there's a lot of rancor right now, obviously, as we all know, in society. There's a lot of animus right now between police departments and some segments of the community. But we have to work together in order to make things better, to ameliorate the situation. We have to do that. It's a must. As I stated, we're not going anywhere. We're here. The community's here. And so we have to live together and work together collectively, or we all fall and fail.
I'm sure you have a busy day ahead of you. What are some of the first things you plan on tackling?
Well, one of the first things that I wanted to do is talk to members of our agency to reassure them going forward that the priority is just what I stated: addressing violent crime and also healing, building relationships, working with those entities that are willing to work with us to make things better. That's the priority. We all have a job to do. All the things that have occurred, we have to move forward. Every police officer raised their hand and said that they would, what? Uphold the Constitution and uphold the law and work to make this community safer. That's what we all have pledged to do on this agency. So I just reminded everyone of that we have to move forward together. I always believe in honesty and working together. And the bottom line is that we're not going to agree always. That's impossible. But where we do have agreements, we have to learn to move forward together. So there will be some disagreements. There will be some challenges. That's with any entity. But I'm willing to listen and to work with the MPA, the MPSO, those entities moving forward. They're members of our agency. Their members are. So obviously we are concerned, but we want to work collaboratively where we can.
Have you had the opportunity to speak with your predecessors since last night?
Yes, I have, and I'll keep that private. It's about service to the city. Obviously, in my capacity, over the last 2.5 years as Assistant Chief of Patrol, I am the Senior Assistant Chief on the agency. And so when the city needs that leadership, then I'm here to move forward.
Chief, can you tell us, do you have to comply with the directives that were issued to Chief Morales?
That's one of the things that I'll be discussing. I don't have any information on that right now. So. Great. Thank you.
as chief of police at a very difficult time in our city's history. We all know there's been a lot of rancor throughout the nation, throughout this community. In this building, there's been a lot of rancor. But we also know that we have a job to do. Every one of us has a job to do. And our job, challenge Chief Brunson, is to do exactly what he said he wants to do. That is to bring this community together and reduce violent crime in Milwaukee. Every person in this community should be supportive of that effort, because it's true. We have to bring this community together. And it's true. We have to reduce violent crime. When I speak at the police academy, when I speak at neighborhood meetings in the central city, when I speak at business meetings, I often say that I need this to be a city where our residents can work with and respect our police officers. I also need this to be a city where our police officers work with and respect our residents. It's a two-way street. And as Chief Brunson said so succinctly, the police are here to stay. And the community is here to stay. We will always have the police, and we will always have the community. It's like a marriage or a long-term relationship. And we have to work together to create trust. The challenges are real. Homicides are up 90% this year. Non-fatal shootings are up 70% just 1 year. This is not an easy job. This is not an easy time. But again, for those of us, whatever our differences are, we have to put them behind us and make sure that he succeeds, that our city succeeds, that our residents succeed, and that the police department succeeds. If we all succeed and work together, we will have a safer city for our families. Good luck, Chief.